Hi, this is Mike G from Mr. G TV, talking to you about telling lies, not just normal lies, but white lies. And let me tell you, this is actually another secret that me, Mr. G, the hypnotist, the hypnotherapist, is revealing to you as one of my best techniques, both for communication, creating rapport, motivation, inspiration, and also self-programming. White lies. Now, I made a video about 2 weeks ago saying that I'm a professional bullshitter. And the point of that is that you've got to bullshit to yourself. You've got to tell yourself what you want to hear, whether it's true or not. So if you're in pain, you say I'm pain-free. If you're scared, you say I'm confident. I'm fearless, I'm brave. You say what you want, not what you are, which is a lie, isn't it? But it's a white lie. What's a white lie? Just Google the word or go into Wikipedia, but Wikipedia's a bit unreliable. But Google white lie. Well, a lie is something that's not true. There's an ambulance. Somebody's day's changing. So I just always bless that incident. A white lie is something, a lie is something that's not true. Not true for you, because truth is subjective, not objective, and so is a lie. But there's dark and light events in a universe that's full of duality, in a world that's full of duality, in a life that's full of duality, ups and downs, male and female, left and right, right and wrong, love and hate. So a white lie, in my opinion, if it comes from the heart and it's not manipulative, which would make it dark and controlling and unkind and devaluing, if it's a white lie, and you'll be the judge of that because you are your own best expert, if it's well-meaning, and I'll give you examples in a minute, then I think it's quite appropriate. So a white lie to myself would be what I've already mentioned, where I'm saying something that's not true, but it has a positive effect on my equilibrium, it has a positive effect on my mood and attitude, it has a positive effect on my psychology, which changes my physiology, my biology. As I say, like, I am healthy when I'm feeling low and slow. I feel excellent when I'm actually quite depressed and down. So that would be a personal white lie bullshit, but it's very powerful and it works. And I gave loads of examples of that, how I use that with clients hypnotically, NLP, to motivate people by telling them what they want to hear, raising their self-esteem with respect. But quite often when you're talking to somebody else, and I'll give you examples of this now, I'm looking after a guy who really isn't well physically. Your physical body is only a part of who you are. He needs to keep his energy up, his spirits high. He needs to be emotionally up. He needs to be mentally alert and up. So it's kind of me to tell him that he's looking good and he's doing well. I do that with myself, my kids, my clients, my friends, my students, my co-workers. Very rarely, and if you catch me, I'm happy that you draw my attention to it, devalue people, put them down, talk negatively. I'm human, I get it wrong. But if you spot me doing that, please correct me, because we all make mistakes and you do the best that you can. But it would be unkind of me to tell a client, or particularly this friend that I've got at the moment who is in dire need of my support, who's unable to do the things that I'm able to do, because I'm able-bodied at the moment, even with my personal challenges. What a great life I'm having or not. It would be unfair of me to talk about my bad back or my sepsis challenge with the septic shock I've had, when he's in a far worse place. So when he asks me how I am, I say I'm fine. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. How are you? Now, I'm not fine, but I'm listening to that, and he's listening to that, and that white lie gets impressed into my psychology, physiology and biology, lifts me, and it means that I'm not a burden to him. We can concentrate on him, so that's a white lie, that's kind. It would be unfair of me to tell him, and this is true, that next week I'm going to Bangkok, and I'm going for personal medical reasons, but it's combined with seeing some friends, going with some friends to go and see a car show, which is a hot rod and custom show, which I know he'd be interested in, but there's no way he can go to that. He can't go to that. So I'm not going to make him feel deficient or disappointed. It would be not only unkind, it would be cruel to tell him what a wonderful time I'm going to have next weekend. And actually, even in that event, I'm combining, as I say, something personal and medical with something social to make it an easier experience for me. So I'm going to pick up some medication from a place that specialises in what I need at the moment. But I'm also going with some friends, so it makes that a positive experience, which could be quite a challenging experience if I just dwell on my medical challenges. So I'm making the best of that for me, which is almost like I'm lying to myself that I'm going for the car show and I'm going to look forward to the car show when actually I'm going for something medical. Do you see what I've done for myself there with a white lie? Can you see how I've reframed that? This is all about reframing. So I won't even tell him what I'm doing that he can't attend. And if he asked me, I would lie. I'd be lying by omitting the truth. But actually, you know, if he said, oh, if by chance he saw that it was the car show and said, are you going? I possibly wouldn't say no if it was a yes, but I'd probably avoid the subject and possibly just say something neutral like, we'll see. Now that's a white lie, because I am definitely going, but it's kind. It's kind. It's not rubbing his face in it. It's not, he's sat in a chair, probably in fear, and he's got lots of support because I've put that in place for him, because he's a friend and a client of mine, and it's what I do. But what I'm not into doing is, if you like, boasting, gloating over the fact that I'm visiting him, he stays in the chair, and I go out and have an amazing life. He probably knows that, but he doesn't have to have that rammed in his face. So that's a white lie. These white lies reframe things positively for yourself, for your own benefit, and for other people. It's like telling somebody that they're doing really well when really they're going downhill. And it's also, as I say, not telling people things that you know would offend them. Let's say that you do something that somebody doesn't approve of, or something that offends them that you do or think. You just keep off the subject. Just skirt around it. Reframe it, tell a white lie. To be agreeable, find common ground and agree. And if there's something that you know is going to offend, upset somebody else, shift from that conversation, divert it, move it away from that, or tell a white lie. Because if it comes from the heart, it's kind, it's constructive, and you might get caught out. I have. But I can sort of live with that, knowing that it's come from the right place. And if the person does dig deep and you do get found out, then you've got to ask yourself, you know, does that person really connect with you, relate to you? What do you learn from that about them and about your relationship with them? Because I believe that life is just a series of relationships and we create them all to learn from. And I've got no problem presenting the best side of me and almost like controlling what people know positively, not manipulatively, but positively, because you are at the centre of your universe and you know what's right for you, being your own best expert. But if you find that somebody is constantly, if you like, giving you reason to have to lie, then maybe, even if it's a white lie, or manipulate, then really that's not a natural relationship, is it? There's no ease in that, because it's not easy. And sometimes you have to do it to be kind, but then you have to ask yourself, if it becomes commonplace and a regular occurrence and you're getting caught out on it, or it doesn't sit comfortably with you, then really you've got to ask yourself, what's the universe teaching me about this relationship? Do I want more of this, or do I want less of this? And if you need help with any of this, if you need a chat, I'm here for that. I make mistakes, you make mistakes. Let's share because we care. Let's help each other. That's what I'm up for. Be powerful, guys. Enjoy your mind. Do things from the heart and you won't go far wrong. Take care.